studio setup. Start going through some of the gear, and this is actually an amp I'm getting ready to sell right now. So I wanted to do just a quick demo of this, which I've already actually captured. But I sort of wanted to give a little bit of background and what I like, what I don't like, how this amp came to be, basically. So this is the Peavey 6505 Plus 112. This is a 112 combo, obviously. It is 112-inch speaker. It's 50 watts. I got it a number of years ago. How long ago did I get this? Probably about 5 years or so ago from Guitar Center. And I bought it for about $500 used. So it was in really good shape when I bought it. I've kept it in really good shape. It's got your typical, you know, bangs and nicks and stuff like that across the top. But I actually haven't really played much with this amp. So I guess the reason why I'm getting rid of it is, you know, it's taking up space, and I feel like it could be benefiting someone else if they had it. And, you know, I'm all about equipment being used. You know, I think that if you're going to collect stuff, you should also appreciate it for what it is and enjoy it for what it does. You know, use it for the purpose that it was intended for. If you collect anything, just make sure that you're getting your money's worth out of it. And if you aren't, and you feel like somebody else could, you know, I think that I can definitely pay it forward and give someone else an opportunity to use this amp, because it is a good amp. You know, if you're looking for what I would call sort of a starter tube amp, actually. I mean, you can go a lot cheaper. I've had a Peavey Classic before. I've had a Crate Blue Voodoo. That was another good one that was sort of a good starter amp. Very good pedal platform. This one is, you know, obviously it's a very high gain amp. It sounds even better if you throw a tube screamer or something in front of it and really hit that input channel, the input circuit, with a little bit of additional drive. It reacts really nicely to that. Complaints, the clean channel is serviceable. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say. It's kind of a one-trick pony. So if you play different styles, you might find that this channel isn't for you. You know, I think it really depends on what sort of music you play and how you use that clean channel. If you use it as a strictly clean channel, if you use it as a crunchy channel, it does have a crunch button, so you can engage that additional gain in that you know, in that clean channel. If you're using it that way, if you're using it as a pedal platform, you know, if you're getting all of your gain from your pedals, no, you're not going to be as happy with the clean channel. So that's really the only dislike, other than the speaker, which I've actually talked about in the other video. The issue with the speaker is it just, you know, it's a stock Peavey Sheffield speaker. There's nothing really special about it. It's not a bad speaker, and it certainly handles the wattage of the amp perfectly fine. It doesn't get too flubby or anything like that. It just doesn't have a great tone compared to some of the other speaker cabinets that I've hooked this up to. So if I were going to keep this amp and do things to it, what would I do? I would change the color of that. To be perfectly honest, it's a little bit boring to me. If it was at least blue or red or something, but white is like, okay, you know, yeah, you got that. Which is, for me, just a simple. The thing that I would really change is I would probably put an Eminence Patriot speaker in here. I've heard a lot of really good things about the Patriots. Or a Celestian greenback. I mean, greenbacks are kind of the go-to for you know, these sorts of smaller combo amps. Or vintage 30 would be a good thing to throw in here as well. Something that's rated with enough wattage, obviously, to be able to take 52 watts from the amp. So yeah, definitely some good options out there for speakers. I think you could go with you know, an upgrade there for probably about $100 or so for a speaker, and then you know, that would definitely open it up to some different tones. But it's fairly straightforward. You know, I go over this in the other video, but basically you've got your lead, presence, and resonance. You've got a rhythm, presence, and resonance. You've got a master reverb, so you don't have a per channel reverb. You have your lead channel, which has your pre and post, and a low, mid, high, and your rhythm channel, which has a pre and post and a low, mid, high. You also have the crunch function that you can engage, and your good old channel select. So channel green, clean channel, channel red, lead channel. Good amp overall. And would I buy another one? I certainly would. I have a Boss Katana right now that I find gives me plenty of gain, and I also have a good pedal platform amp, which I'll demo a little bit later on. So what I'm going to do, what the larger goal is here, is I'm going to demo the amps first, and then I'll go through and I'll demo some of the guitars, and then I'll demo effects individually, and I'll probably just use one of the smaller combo amps as a pedal platform. So more videos to come.